Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rage Gamer here for another Black Ops 4 video. Today we're looking at long shots and the best spots on each map to get them. I'm going to be looking at every single map and showing you the best spots to get long shots. So if you guys find this video useful, feel free to leave a like, that really helps me out. So first up, we're going to be looking at Arsenal, and what you want to do is you want to come into this building here, and you want to come up these stairs into the lounge and, look out through this window. You want to go back against the wall, and if there's someone behind that far, flower bed, then you'll get a long shot. And obviously the same works, you can run up to the other end and then you can go behind that and look into the window. So like I say, it works both ways. Very good, very helpful, but obviously it can be sometimes a bit touch and go as to when you get long shots on these spots, so make sure you always push yourself back as far as possible. That's the main one for that really. So now we're going to move on to contraband, and the best spot in the game is here. Okay, so you want to come into this here and look into this window. So if you look out the window, you'll see the other window on the opposite side, and that will get you a long shot if the enemy's near the back of the room. At the same time, if you shoot them next to the crates, you'll also get a long shot, and that's probably the best spot of this map. And then obviously, like I say, you can flip that so that you can run to the other side, and if you're coming through, you can obviously just look at that into the window from across and get yourself a long shot. Cool. But you can also come into the building here and look through this window into the other window. So, lots of different ways of doing it, but those are the two main lines of sight for getting long shots on this map. And this is a very good map for getting long shots for sure. Now in firing range, if you come in here into the trailer, you look out to that spawn and you push yourself up against the bookcase, you will get a long shot if they're back far enough. And also, if you jump up onto the bookshelf, you can actually, extend the distance a little bit more, but it restricts your view a little bit. So if there's someone at the back of spawn, very helpful, and if there's someone running past near the back, then obviously it's good as well. They don't have to be all the way back, but the further back they are or you are, the better, and it's the more likely you're going to get a long shot. And obviously if you can go to the back of spawn, and if there's anyone there, there's not like to be anyone there, so it's probably better to go in the trailer, but and obviously if you look up here, if you look along here, you can see just beyond that trailer is that other building, and in front of that, if there's anyone there, which is unlikely, so what you probably want to do is you want to come up here to the sandbags, go behind them, and you can look at near the red building and the green car and the window of the wooden building as well. So next map is frequency. There's very few spots on frequency that actually work properly, and what you want to do is come up this side path, want to look into the spawn, but obviously that might not be great, so sometimes obviously if that doesn't work, try flipping it, go into the spawn and look out down that side path to see if anyone's coming up, and the further distance the better. Obviously that line of sight there you were looking at, thought it would be a long shot, but it's not. So the next map we've got is gridlock. Now gridlock's quite a good one actually as well, so if you look up from this spawn, you can look to where the crashed vehicle is and beyond, and if there's anyone there at the very edge, then obviously you'll get a long shot. They don't have to be the full way, but it makes it easier. And obviously you can reverse that, so if you come all the way over to these signs, you can look into the spawn like that, and that's probably a better way of getting them because people are more likely to be in the spawn. So anyway, if you jump up here, you come into this building, you can look out across at the other line of sight. It's just quite a good sniping spot, and if they're not pushed right up against the yellow blocks, and if you push yourself back in the room, you're going to get a long shot in there as well. That's quite a good one. A lot of people come in both of those, so that's a very good line of sight. One of the best in the game, I'd say. And obviously, like I say, we can flip that so that, you can come on this side, push yourself back against the concrete and shoot anyone in that window. And they can be right at the front of the window in this, so, it's all about, knowing that the enemy's not going to push themselves back, so you have to do it, really. Now, next, if you will come through this building, you can actually come out through this window, and if you push yourself right back, you can shoot down this long alleyway, and that will get you a long shot as well. And obviously, don't forget, if you're by the van, you can flip that and shoot into the window. Another one we've got, if we run up next to the lorry here, is looking right into spawn past the fire engine or whatever that vehicle is. You can get one there as well, and obviously like I say, we can flip that, so if we run into the spawn all the way, it's quite a long distance, hence the long shot, but if you run all the way to the spawn, there might be someone coming past. You'd have to have quite a lot of luck to get that, but if it happens, it happens, so just be aware of it. That'll be a good long shot spot as well, but it's kind of quite rare. Now the next map is Hacienda, and unfortunately this is not a great map at all, so I thought maybe this would be a good line of sight. However, there's a hedge in the way and you're too short to actually get the long shot. So if you come up here onto the upper floor and you shoot out the balcony, you push yourself right back, you'll get a long shot. And obviously we can flip that. If you go right to the back of this room as far as possible while you can still see the upper balcony, then you can shoot, and that should get you a long shot as well. But it's a bit temperamental, that one, so you got to be careful and push yourself back as far as possible. I would avoid the map if I were you though. So anyway, next one is Icebreaker. This is one of the best maps in the game for long shots. So we start by this spawn here. You're on that sub, you're looking at that blue building, and there's a long shot right there. Lots of people come past that, especially in free fall, so that's good. But also, if you come here next to the red building, you shoot at the blue building again, there'll be lots of people coming past, and those are two great little spots to get your long shots. Now, if you go to the other side of the map, you're going to come through this door here, and down, and then you're going to shoot right out. Sometimes there'll be people in spawn, and that will be good for getting long shots, but obviously it's not very likely they're going to be there. So if we flip things and you come all the way back, right, you can even go in the water and hide in the water. It's good for hiding, and it also means you can go further back than if you're on the ice. You can shoot through that door, and sometimes there'll be people there. I get quite a few people in games. If you look at my long shot video, the gameplay of that has a lot of people coming there, and also the area to the left here. So that is very good, and you can push yourself, like I say, as far back as possible on the ice, and even go into the water, and you can get people there in spawn and people running around that area. So that's very good as well. So those are the main areas of Icebreaker. Very good map. And next is Jungle, which is also a very good map. So if we're in this spawn here, you want to push yourself right back, and again, shoot through there. Sometimes there's people running past that hut there, so that's very good. You can also come up towards the middle of the map, and if you look up at the hut above, then you will see that there'll be often people there, so that's a very good spot as well. So next what you want to do, we can obviously flip that and obviously come to the other side behind that hut, so you can shoot people that are near the spawn if they're right back, although that's unlikely, or you can come into the middle of the map, go under the bridge, push yourself back, and there'll be people on that hut we can see there, and they'll be looking out, so that's quite a good one as well. I got lots of them there and around this area, just near the bridge really. If you come to your left here and push yourself back, again, you're going to keep hearing me say that, you can look out this way to your right, and you'll see that there's people that will come that way. That's a good long shot spot as well. So if we then obviously come through here, through these arches, you can then flip that, and then you can get long shots this way. And that is, it's not very common, but it's not very rare. It's, you get them sometimes, but you don't know when. It's a bit hit and miss, really. This is a good one as well. If you get up onto this platform here, you can shoot people by that hut, and that will get you one as well. But they have to be quite far back. And then finally, if you come up here onto the rocks, up the ladder, onto this famous spot that everyone used to camp at in Black Ops 1, you can look out down there, and if there's people there, you can get long shots there. So that is very good. It's a very good map. Next, we're going to go to Militia. Now, Militia is a really big map. Reminds me of Ghost, so you've got lots of long shot spots. The first one being there. If you're in the spawn, you're looking at that bridge, and if there's anyone in that bridge, then that'd be a good one. Next, you can come up the hill just a little bit until you can just see over it, and then there'll be people there. If you get that, that'll be a long shot. If you come through this bridge and you're going to look out the right windows, they're going to be looking up at the hut, and if you push yourself right back, and if the enemy was fairly far back, then you'll get a long shot there as well. I think if they're near the window, it won't count, so they have to be far back. So yeah, unfortunately. But obviously, next to the hut, next to the church, you can get a long shot there if there's anyone there as well. So next what we're going to do is we're going to come to the other spawn where there's that sort of dried up lake area, and if you look over there near the church, great for long shots. You don't always get people there, but it's a really long line of sight, so if there is anyone there, it's great for long shots, like I say. Next, if you come up to this small hut on top of the hill, we're going to come through here, and you're going to look out the window, and if you push yourself back against the wall, you should get a long shot either from people under the bridge or people in the bridge. Yeah, that will work. Next, we're going to go through the church, and we're going to jump up. This is one of the best spots. You're going to jump up onto this scaffolding, look out, and you can either look to the left and shoot near the bridge, or right and look into the spawn and shoot people from there. This works really well in things like free-for-all and certain objective game modes, so definitely try that out. Next, we're going to be looking at the final spot of the map, and that's going to be on top of the hill, and you can look down at spawn, and that's a very good one as well. So just flip what we looked at earlier. So now on to Morocco. This is not a great map at all, but the first one is, if you're at spawn, push yourself right back, and if you're looking up at those stairs, there might be someone there, and you can shoot them. And obviously we can flip that by doing the same on the other sides. If you come down to this area on the other side of the map, and you look across in the blue area, you can get a long shot spot if there's someone there all the way across near the tree, then you can get a long shot. And of course, if you come around the corner from that, and you look out at the other area of the map, you can get a long shot from that as well. And then finally, if you come to these crates and look to the left of them on the other side of the map, you can get a long shot, but it's quite lucky because someone would have to be walking down that, well, your left path there, right. So I would avoid Morocco if you can. And then on to Payload next. That one in spawn right there, it's going to be a good one for getting long shots. And if you come up, you can flip that, and obviously if you're looking in spawn, if there's someone at the back, then that would be good for long shots as well. Next, if you come into this main room, you can look out next to this big thingy, whatever it is, and you can shoot someone there behind the crates. And obviously you can come out of that room and look into the room to get anyone that's there by the stairs for a long shot. So it's all about seeing where's the long shot spots, and obviously can I flip them if I'm on the other side of the map, can I do it the other way around. So always remember that there's two ways to getting a long shot spot. And if you come to the back of the spawn here, if there's anyone running across, you can get them, or of course, if you're away from spawn, you're looking into spawn on the very other side of this pathway, then you can look into it like this, or you can go nearer to the orange fencing and get a long shot from there. So next is Seaside, and you want to come into this room here, look through this window, push yourself back against the wall and look across at the opposite window. That's going to be a very good sniping spot, but obviously it gets you long shots as well. And obviously if you were in the other window, you just look across at the window we've just been in. So it's all about flipping it. And of course, if you're in this window, it's good because you can also get a long shot by that barrel there. So if there's anyone there, that's also a good spot. Next, we're going to go on to slums, and if you're in spawn and you push yourself back against the wall, there's going to be people running by that car and you can get a long shot there. That's quite a good spot actually, to be fair, but you can flip it, although you'd have to push yourself back against the wall and someone would have to push themselves back against the wall, which is not really going to happen, so very rare. If you come up the stairs here, look across at the main area of the map, you can get a long shot there across at the other arch. If someone's there, they obviously need to be back as far as possible, and so do you. And of course we can flip that, so we can go onto the other side and we can push ourselves back against the wall and look at anyone near the bin and the boxes and tires and whatnot. If you come around the corner just here, just by the van, you can stand next to this and you can shoot across at the spawn. If there's anyone at the back, you will get a long shot. So this is going to be an alright one, it's going to be quite good, but don't forget we can obviously go to the end, we can go in the spawn, because people spawn, they're not really going to be at the back, it's a bit rare, but then we can stand at the back, and if there's anyone running past, we can get them. So finally, on to Summit, the final map. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in spawn, and you can shoot there across, and if you jump up a little bit, you can get one, although it's a bit, you know, hit and miss. And then if you come across, you can go into the building and look between the door frame and the crate, and you might get someone if there's someone running there, but they'd have to be quite far back. Now finally, if you come down the stairs, or say finally, it's not finally, if you come down the stairs, look across at the upper balcony bit, you can shoot someone and get a long shot. Of course, if you push yourself back more, you know, almost at the edge of the map, be careful you don't fall off near the crate, you can come up behind that and camp and get people there, although I don't suggest camping, but that's a way to get a long shot as well. And like I say, as usual, we can flip that and come over to these railings here, and we can look across at where we just were to get a long shot if someone's there. Now finally, if we come down these stairs here, oh, we missed that, but if you come down the stairs, look across at that spawn, if someone's standing at the back there, you will get a long shot. And of course, if we flip that, you can come over to this area, this sheltered area, come all the way back, and if there's someone near that wall, you'll get a long shot there as well. So there's lots of good spots there. Hope you found some of these useful. Obviously, not all of them are going to work 100% of the time. It's going to be a hit and miss. If an enemy comes forward in some of them, it's not going to work the way you want to always. But those are some of the best spots to go for. So basically, avoid maps like Morocco and hacienda and maps like that, and you want to vote for maps like jungle, contraband, and icebreaker, maps like that. If you guys want, I'll do another video, you know, listing the best maps to vote for in long shots. But hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I say, make sure you go and check out the long shot guide on how to get long shots properly. I've also got a video on headshots, and I've got loads of other videos coming soon, so I hope you guys found it useful. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more Black Ops Raw videos. Thank you very much. Check out the playlist in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.